And we begin the 6 with two major projects that will reshape the future of the riverfront in downtown Grand Rapids.
A 12,000-seat amphitheater gets the go-ahead, and a massive bill expected to be signed by the governor tomorrow will help fund some big improvements along the river.
News 8's Joe LaFurgie is live breaking the details of this plan. Joe?
Yeah, Brian, Sue, tomorrow Governor Whitmer expected to sign a bipartisan spending bill that will provide some $55 million to make improvements, public improvements along the river, including the site you see over my shoulder where right now sits salt piles and garbage trucks. Several months out of the year, the boardwalk along the Grand River near DeVos Place is pretty much useless.
As you can see, the water's high right now, and so it's not really accessible.
Renderings have been around for years depicting what could be a major reimagination of the downtown waterfront.
Some of the ideas are to improve spaces like this to make the river more accessible and to make it active and inviting year-round.
Tomorrow, those plans make a major leap forward, with Governor Whitmer expected to sign a bipartisan state appropriations bill that includes $55 million for trails and parks along the Grand.
This is a huge push. These projects take time and they take money, and oftentimes, you can't do the big push that's needed to see these things come to reality.
The money uses $4.8 million in federal COVID relief funds for infrastructure projects.
But this will enable us to connect trails going along the river's edge all the way up to the White Pine Trail, really help us connect to the west side, and then partner with the county as we look at this trail connection from downtown all the way out to Lowell.
Well, the $55 million would be used to develop sites up and down the Grand River, projects that tie in with the Grand River Greenway project, which stretches all the way to the lakeshore. Some of those funds would boost another major project.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Aye.
The City Commission approved the land deal that will allow construction of a 12,000-seat amphitheater on about 11 acres of the current city public works site in the 200 block of Market. The amphitheater is part of a long-talked-about redevelopment of the 18-acre site that would include housing, retail, entertainment, and lots of public space along the river.
Looking at parks and trail spaces on that site in particular, that's a huge part of what the community has told us they want to see. The community's been, thinking about opportunities along the riverfront for decades now, and so there's a lot of opportunity sites and a lot of trail segments we need to build out, but the $55 million is obviously a tremendous boost to that.
Now, another advantage to these trails and the parks that are proposed for along the river are flood control designs that are actually built in. In other words, in the spring when the waters start to rise to the Grand, these parks and trails can handle that extra water. When they recede, it goes back to recreational space. Live in Grand Rapids, Joe LaFurgie, News 8.